Here's a give to Washington. Got enough for the first. All the way! Touchdown, Tigers!
And you simply cannot start a game any better than this if you're on offense. You get the handoff. Great job by the offensive line. You get blocks downfield, perfectly executed, and he takes it all the way to the house on the first play.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. He'll bring it out. It's Singleton. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. To the air, it's Daniels. Escapes the pressure to his right. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Makes the grab, it's Robinson. He goes out of bounds, they'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. At the 45, on its way. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles.
And that is exactly what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it. And you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. Palmer, there's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed. And that guy takes off, erases some angles, and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when we see them get into the second level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different. And now if you're on defense, that's a big alert. You know, hey, if we don't tackle him, if linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets in the second level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now in this defense to tackle.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Auburn's offense headed out to go on the attack. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. They'll start on the ground with Washington. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Keep it on the ground. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. The Tigers, dating to the days of Shook Jordan and Pat Dye, love to keep the ball on the ground.
And the stadium goes nuts, and the eagle flies, and everybody's happy. Run the football, win football games. It's good times on the Plains.
They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest.
And it wasn't lack of effort by the running back. He was trying. You could tell he fought one guy off, but another guy in his face right away, just trying to do something. The offensive line needs to do a better job keeping some guys off this guy. Come on, man. Take care of your running back.
With the catch, it's Johnson. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Good play by the defense. Way to wrap them up, way to know where the sticks are. Now put you in a successful position for 3rd down. Now you can break out the fun packages, the blitzes, putting more speed, more little fast guys on the field.
It'll be 3rd and long. Got it looking for a first. He won't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. They're getting to the line quickly and staying out there on 4th down. Makes a grab and room to run. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Quarterback making checks. Brown wants to pass. Right on the money. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Catch in the middle, it's Johnson. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. You see his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
And the Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. Handoff from the gun. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a 1st down. Here's a rich tradition of running the football at Auburn from James Brooks, Joe Cribbs, Bo Jackson, Cadillac Williams, Ronnie Brown. They love to find a tough running back to feed the rock. Could be an alley. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
And this defense, man, they've got to find some answers. They've been less physical than the offense. They've owned the line of scrimmage. They're running the football, putting a drive together. All right, now in the red zone, field shrinking. How do they handle this situation? Bring more bodies, be more physical, be more aggressive.
And they'll get enough for the 1st down, and that's how things will come to a close here in the 1st quarter. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the 1st quarter stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the 2nd. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Quarterback running on the draw. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? A run for the quarterback. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Will they be able to get that 1 more yard and stick it in here on 3rd down? Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him. Stadium in Columbia, South Carolina. It's the Auburn Tigers
and the South Carolina Gamecocks. Onside, David Pollock and Jesse Palmer. I am Reese Davis. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Inside Williams-Brice Stadium for South Carolina, the Sandstorm team entrance is electric. The fans make this one of the most special venues in sports. Loud, proud, and rocking. That iconic entrance is one you've got to appreciate. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Auburn will kick it off to get things started. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Clark. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. And the Gamecocks racing to the line in the hurry-up.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 31.
For you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go faster, seeing it here.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Gamecocks come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll keep it on the ground. Oh, it's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
As a defender, you love the big hits. And you know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you get the big hit and force the fumble.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. They get to the line quickly. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play.
Nice job by this defense, pinning their ears back, getting to the quarterback, creating the sack. But look at this offense. They aren't deterred. They're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. He's like a pinball with attitude out there, hammering ahead to the 30.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time, it's a screen throw. He had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
Got his man. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Here's a give to Washington. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. Auburn doing business in the red zone. In the red area, it's Washington. Maybe a crease. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one. The Tigers will hustle to the line. They'll run it with Bryson Washington. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Tigers. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. Throwing, Sellers. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Working well behind the sticks on second down. To the air, it's Sellers. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long, ball's at the 25. Sellers from the gun on third down. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Delivers the stiff arm. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. And the Gamecocks will line it up on 1st and 10. Sellers on the play action. That's caught. It's Hunt. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good match.
Makes the catch, and he's free. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. The Gamecocks have this offense rolling.
If you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Looking for a crease. It's Fuller. There's a crease. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on this.
Touchdown, South Carolina! Made the grab in the end zone for the score. Extra point here will tie the game.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And the returner will be brought down. So here comes the Auburn offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Finds his man. It's Johnson. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
That's a great example of the defense there, tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W, right? They'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Oh, it's picked off. He's knocked down the one play to come up with the interception.
Well, I can tell you haven't played the position. If you can't step into throws and you can't follow through, it obviously affects your accuracy. And I think the hit on the quarterback right there certainly contributed to that interception.
Here's Sellers to throw. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Touchdown, Gamecocks! How about that shot into the end zone, and he makes the grab for the score.
That is exactly what most offenses will do. Big momentum play. My defense creates a turnover. I'm being aggressive. I'm going for the big score, the big play down the field. They get rewarded. They get the big passing touchdown.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now first down from the 39. Brown will throw it. They go to the wide receiver screen. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Short completion on first down, and here they are with 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Looking to scramble. Fires to the middle. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really, really be physical because...
Punt, and he's got room. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
Well, the offense is finding success throwing this guy's way. He just had a massive, massive play, his longest catch of the game. And I think if...
And he's in, pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard punt. On the run from inside his own 5. Brings a return out across the 25. Gets a couple of extra yards. He's stopped at the 27-yard line. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. They'll move the wide receiver. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it inside the 25. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Again, it's Sellers. Fires to the wideout. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Nice grab to get that squib kick inside the 10. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Snagged out of the air. He's loose at the 15. They'll knock him down, and that will take us to halftime. And the Gamecocks will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it back looking for help. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive.
Might have a chance. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line. Auburn to the line in a hurry. Here's a give to Washington. Oh, he's got some space. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
Well, this defense has their hands full with him on this drive. And that DB, I'll tell you, he may have saved a touchdown with that tackle. When you've got speed like this running back has, if he gets in the second level, a lot of people start to hold their breath.
Turns on the Jets. Touchdown, Tigers. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
And you got to love the mindset that this squad just came out with in the second half. Clearly could not run the football the way they wanted to in the first half. Second half came out with energy, with passion, got the running game going, and then no surprise, they go down the field, they double up their rushing yards, Palmer, and they punch it in the end zone.
You give the guys up front a ton of credit, too, because they were missing some assignments, getting pushed around a little bit here in the first half, which is why they weren't able to have success running the football. And they had a little bit of a come-to-Jesus, it seems, at halftime. They've come out now playing a little bit angry and finally able to get some movement out front. That made all the difference here on this drive with their ability to run.
South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. Now they'll try to answer that score with one of their own and regain the lead here in the third. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him one.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Sellers. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Sellers. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Boy, could they use a conversion on third and short from their own 24. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Here's a little room there. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. The Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll run the counter. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Got a man, it's Fuller. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Throwing, Sellers. He's got an open man. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. And the Gamecocks, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
They'll go to the counter. Worked it down to the 22-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry.
There's just so much for this defense to think about. They've had strong side runs thrown at them. Now the counter. They know that this offense can work in the play action off of all these base runs too. So much offensive volume this defense needs to worry about at this point in the game.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. He'll be stopped short. It'll bring up 4th down as this defense makes a play. Thought maybe they would consider the field goal here, but the offense is staying out there on 4th down. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback's mistake pushes the ball back in the shadow of his own goalpost. Tie game here late in the 4th. They want to control the ball, and they're not going to punt it away. They'll go for it on 4th down. Trying to breaks into the open. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Trying to impose their will with the run. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
And this drive, this offense is really focused on physicality, man. Running the football. Look at right here, right up the gut. Nice play. Nice job just controlling the line of scrimmage, putting a drive together. This offense is really doing a good job right now.
You know, I think on QB sneaks, the quarterback's got to be smart about the cadence. It looked like that time the defense actually shot the gap, and they were anticipating the cadence. So if you're a quarterback, you might want to switch up the snap count.
play fake, Sellers. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Hang on just a second. I think they're going to try to get the touchdown here. Man, this could be a gamble, guys. They could come up empty. Fourth down, Sellers. Steps away. Lets it go to the end zone. And this will be picked off. A costly turnover in a tie game. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
What an incredible play by the defense. Fourth quarter, tie football game, and they come away with a massive interception. I'll tell you what, if this team ends up winning this football game, that is going to be the play they look back to and point at as the play that did it. Wow.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. So the big turnover, the interception, setting up this offense in a tie game with a chance to drive for the go-ahead score. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on third down here. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. They'll go with Washington. I don't think he got anything. He got stopped on 4th and 1.
That's a gutsy call. And I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Here's a give to Auguste. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Fuller.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You can tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
All tied up, under a minute to play. They go play action with Sellers. Zings it complete to the right.
And how about that as an offensive call? Like, you bring 3 tight ends in the game, everything looks tight, bunched up. We're going to mash you, run the football, run a little bit of play action, sneak him out of the backfield, and find him down the field. Nice job by this offense, showing one thing, showing run, and then throwing the football down the field.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. The Tigers spin their 3rd and final timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. Right back to the well. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot.